Her handwriting was messy. Julia was known around school for having the best handwriting. It was unique, clear, and consistent. No matter how fast she wrote, it always looked the same. Her handwriting was almost like a computer font. Marilyn, on the other hand, had very messy handwriting. When people see Marilyn's handwriting, they think that it belongs to a guy. If Marilyn wrote fast, you couldn't even tell what she wrote. Marilyn's boyfriend requested that she write and send him a letter. He lived all the way across the country. Marilyn was embarrassed of her handwriting and did not want her boyfriend to think less of her. Marilyn asked Julia to write it for her. "I don't think you should lie to him like that. What if he finds out one day? He'll think you are a liar," Julia said. "He will never find out. Can you please write it for me?" "Here, I typed out what I want to say," Marilyn said. Julia hesitantly agreed. The next day, Julia gave Marilyn the letter. Marilyn thanked her and shipped it out to her boyfriend. He sent her a letter back saying that he was really impressed with her handwriting. During Christmas, he visited Marilyn at her school. While they were walking in the hallway, he noticed Marilyn's face on the wall. "Hey! It's you!" he said. Next to her picture, there was her handwritten essay that received an A+. "This writing doesn't look like yours," he said. Marilyn admitted that she had Julia write the letter. Her boyfriend laughed. "I don't care if you have nice handwriting or not. Just be yourself," he said. The night shift. Ophelia was a night shift worker at a hospital. This meant that she worked late at night. Ophelia's work schedule was 9 p.m. to 4 a.m. Ophelia would sleep during the day while most people were at work. For the first year of work, Ophelia had a hard time adjusting to the schedule. She had trouble sleeping during the afternoon. She was upset that she had to miss out on social events her friends hosted. It's still hard for Ophelia to adjust, but she is better at it. When she comes back from work, she goes to the gym for a few hours. Then, she practices her knitting skills. Afterwards, she would make herself a healthy meal. Night shift workers often eat unhealthier than day shift workers. After lunch, she would watch her favorite TV show. After that, she would sleep. The hospital informed the employees that they could send requests to change the time of their shift. Ophelia was excited about this and immediately sent in a request to change her shift. A couple of weeks later, the manager gave Ophelia a letter. The letter stated that her request was rejected. Ophelia was shocked. She went to her manager and asked him why. He said that many night shift workers who requested an earlier shift were elderly. Ophelia was only 25. The manager thought that the older employees needed an earlier shift more than Ophelia did. Ophelia was mad at first, but she thought about the older employees. Their bones were aching and they're tired. They do need it more than her. To enter the pie eating contest. Earl used to be overweight. He managed to lose 15 pounds in 2 years though. He is very proud of himself. One day he went to the county fair where there were a Ferris wheel, roller coasters, games, food, and contests. This was Earl's first time at the county fair. He was with his cousins. They first went on the Ferris wheel. Earl loved it, because he got to see the view from above. Everything and everyone looked so small. Next, Earl and his cousins went to a ring toss booth. Earl was really good at it. He even won the grand prize, a huge stuffed dolphin. He gave it to his youngest cousin. Earl and his cousins walked around. Earl was getting hungry. He saw a cotton candy booth. He was tempted to buy one, but he was doing so good on his diet. There were a lot of good foods, such as corn dog, chili cheese fries, pizza, and fried cookies. There was no healthy food though. Earl and his cousins kept walking around. They noticed a booth for a pie-eating contest. Whoever could eat the most pies would win a $50 gift certificate to Pie-O, a popular pie place in the county. Earl's cousins encouraged him to enter the contest. Earl was known for eating fast. Earl said it would be bad for his health, but he entered the contest anyway. He felt like he deserved some pie. Earl ended up winning the competition. He gave the gift certificate to the cousin who motivated him to lose weight. Homecoming queen. Deborah was originally from Nebraska. Her family moved to California because her dad found a great job opportunity there. He would be getting paid much more than he was getting in Nebraska. He was an engineer, and engineers are high in demand in California. Deborah had to move to a new high school though. She missed all her old friends already, but was looking forward to meeting new people. On her first day of school, Deborah introduced herself to the class. The guys in the class started whispering about how pretty she was. Some of the girls nodded in agreement while some of the girls just rolled their eyes in jealousy. After Deborah introduced herself, there was an announcement about homecoming, a tradition welcoming back the students to school. The announcement invited all students to run for homecoming queen and king. Deborah would have run if she was back in Nebraska, but she didn't know anyone in California. At lunchtime, a girl invited Deborah to sit with her and her friends. "Hi. You're new. I'm Kimberly. I'm in your homeroom class," she said. "I would, but nobody knows me." "I don't stand a chance," Deborah said. "Yes, you do. Everyone is already talking about you and calling you the pretty new girl. Also, the main competitor is Sarah, but all the girls don't want her to win because she won last year and she's really mean." Deborah decided to run for homecoming queen after Kimberly said this. What's the harm? Too old for trick or treating. Kelly's favorite holiday is Halloween. She loved pumpkin pie, pumpkin spice latte, dressing up, scary movies, and trick or treating. The sad thing, however, is that Kelly knows that she is too old for trick or treating. She is now 21 years old. She loved how she could get different kinds of candy for free. This Halloween, Kelly was going to babysit her 10-year-old cousin Albert and his friends. Kelly dressed up as a pirate. Her cousin and his friends dressed as ghosts. Albert and his friends made Halloween-themed cupcakes. The frosting was orange and the sprinkles on top were black. Afterwards, they carved pumpkins. Albert asked, "What should we do now, Kelly? Why don't you go trick or treating?" She suggested. "I'm too scared to talk to strangers," Albert said. "Don't worry, I will go with you," Kelly said. All of them went to the house to the right. They knocked on the door and said, "Trick or treat." The couple smiled and gave the kids a chocolate bar. Kelly wished they gave her one. They went to the next house and the family there gave them gummy worms. The next house they went to was interesting. The couple there gave them money. Kelly definitely wanted some money. They went to a total of 10 houses and got more than 10 different types of candy. They all went back to Kelly's house. Kelly was sad looking at all their candy. Then, Albert and his friends gave Kelly a hug and said they loved hanging out with her.